Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for the playing of our national anthem?
Welcome to Philosophy Point, with me, Paul Kohlberg. This is the place where we explore life's biggest questions: truth, meaning, consciousness, and the forces that shape our existence. Together, we'll journey beyond the noise, uncover timeless wisdom, and discover how ancient philosophy can transform our modern lives. Today, we're looking at something that has shaped nations, toppled empires, and inspired generations: the power of words. The Declaration of Independence is the statement adopted on the 4th of July 1776 by the Second Continental Congress, meeting at the Pennsylvania State House, Independence Hall, in Philadelphia. It announced that 13 American colonies, which were then at war with the Kingdom of Great Britain, regarded themselves as 13 independent, sovereign states, no longer under British rule. The second sentence of the Declaration contains some of the most profound and moving words ever written. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The United States of America was founded on nothing more tangible and yet paradoxically nothing more powerful than words. But what are words? They are the visible or audible expression of invisible energy, what a person thinks and feels. Words are the manifestation and communication of belief. It might be argued that the United States was not founded on words, but on action. After all, the colonies did not achieve independence through rhetoric alone. Independence was secured through the most extreme form of human action: war. Yet the violence was born of and directed by belief, specifically belief in the following idea: that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. These words did not merely inspire action, pursuit of noble ideals. They have continued to nurture some of the highest expressions of human creativity, courage, and progress. It is worth reflecting carefully on the words contained in the Declaration. Here is what I take from them. The Declaration does not specifically indicate who or what the Creator is. The word Creator is deliberately chosen. The Founding Fathers intentionally avoided using the word God. Creator allows for the possibility that this force is not limited to the Christian or Jewish conception of God, but may refer to an energy, a source, or a force beyond definition, a creative spirit, or simply an it. Therefore, it is not necessary to be religious to be American. However, to be an American it is necessary to believe in a creative force or energy, something greater than oneself. To be an American, then, is to be spiritual, that is to say, to think, speak and act, not solely for personal gain. To be spiritual is to live with an awareness of and in a higher consciousness. A higher consciousness means to think beyond oneself, to be aware of the existence, dignity and needs of others. Thus, the Declaration affirms that it is self-evident that all men are created equal. Moreover, it affirms that our rights are unalienable, that is to say, they cannot be taken away. Among these rights are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Not one of these has physical properties. They are entirely intangible: life, liberty, happiness. Let us not overlook that the Declaration describes these as self-evident truths. America is a nation founded upon truths, not lies, not distortions, not exaggerations, not propaganda, not bias, and not alternative facts. Truths. To be an American is to remember that your nation was built upon a belief, not just in your own truth, but in a shared, self-evident truth, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. And it is self-evident that life, liberty, and happiness will not be found through the pursuit or propagation of lies. The words spoken or written by any American citizen should always come from truth and speak to truth. To do otherwise is quite simply un-American. The words of the Declaration were chosen with care, designed to uplift and inspire. They were the expression of invisible thoughts and intentions, and it is always thus. Thought precedes word, and word precedes action. Every human achievement, every creation, every act of meaning in our history began as a thought, became a word, and was realized through action. To be great again, every citizen of the United States of America need only return to the truths set out in the Declaration and act upon it. All Americans owe their existence to an invisible, creative force or energy, and should live with gratitude for the mystery. All Americans have unalienable rights, not only to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, but to dignity, purpose, and meaning. And to uphold those rights, all Americans must treat others as they wish to be treated. They must love their neighbor. May every blessing be upon the people of the United States of America. Thank you for watching this episode of Philosophy Point. If you enjoyed this conversation and want to keep exploring life's deeper truths, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who will appreciate it. Your support helps keep these ideas alive and the dialogue growing. Until next time, keep questioning, keep thinking, and keep seeking.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for the playing of our national anthem?